All right, so I've had the iRobot i7 for a while now, and now I'm going to talk to you about the pros and cons that I've experienced with the i7 iRobot Roomba, as well as the base right here. So here is the vacuum base where when the iRobot is done, it climbs back on the base and it vacuums all the material out of that. And so I'm going to break all this down. So right here is the base. So far, the base has worked pretty well. You know, there's no complaints. All the stuff gets sucked up in here and up into the bag. The bag is nowhere near being full. So if you're worried about buying extra bags right away, you probably shouldn't unless you have a really heavily trafficked carpeting or flooring. So let me go ahead. I'm going to put this on the table and explain to you some of the pros and cons with this. So let me take this and put this on the table. All right. So I've had this right here, and with the usage, I noticed when I first got it that when it would bump against the walls, there's a bumper that gets it to stop once it hits the wall, but it actually scrubs part of the wall. And you see these right here, there's our scuff marks. There's even a scuff mark back there. Now, what I did to alleviate this is to get these little felt pads and put the felt pads at the bottom of right here so it no longer would bump against the wall when it came into the wall. Now, it doesn't really mess up the wall too much, but some people may have baseboards that it may show a little bit of a scuff. So I got these felt pads and attached them to that. Now, that's just the exterior on this right here. Other than that, I haven't had any problems since I put these felt pads on the bumper. I might put some more. It looks like one of them fell off right there. Put another felt pad up there to give it some more added protection. All right, another thing is you might have to wipe it down occasionally because dust will build up on top of it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let me go ahead and turn that off. All right, all right, let me go ahead and flip this. You can get the dust off, daily cleaning, as well as at the bottom, you may want to wipe down these pads right here. These are metal pads right here. These come in a little bit closer so you can see right here. These pads right here are how the Roomba charges once it gets back on the base. These must remain clean in order to maintain a charge for this unit, in order to charge up this unit. So I clean those off, as well as there's another thing that not daily maintenance, but occasionally maintenance. These are sensors. You see this right here, there's 1, 2, and 3, and 4. All right, here, these are sensors right here. Now these sensors right here detect if it's coming towards an edge of stairs or edge of a room into another room. These sensors are very important, and you must keep these sensors clean in order for the Roomba to operate properly. There is also another sensor, and I believe this sensor right here is a sensor for detecting if there is dirt. All right, so there's dirt right here is a dirt sensor. So there's a lot of sensors right here that you must maintain to be clean. All right, so that, and as well as there are other things that need to be maintained, such as this wheel right here. This wheel pops out, and clean that out, get an air duster. And there's also another wheel right here. You can pop this out, this part of the wheel. It pops out right here, and hair really comes in here and gets clogged in here. And you'll want to actually get this out of here right here, because it could slow down your Roomba, keep it from working properly, and also drain your battery really fast if you don't get the hair and debris out of things such as the wheel. There's also this spinner right here, this spinner sweeper. All right, this sweeps the dirt from the edges. Now, this occasionally, if you have hair, dog, whatever, hair builds up in here. Now you want to, usually I can just pull this off, but after so a while, there's hair underneath here. And I did simply just take a screwdriver and unscrew this and remove that hair. Very crucial that you get that out, because a lot of hair can get in there and it can slow and drain down the battery. All right, so we have that, and we're gonna move over. I'm gonna move over to this part over here. Now, this right here are the brushes, the sweepers. Now with i7 iRobot Roomba, they have 2 rubber brushes. All right, now these rubber brushes work good. They are better. I had another iRobot Roomba, one of the earlier models, where I had 1 rubber brush and 1 sweeper bristled brush. It worked well, but the sweeper, a lot of hair got caught up in that. This, not so much, but there is hair in here. So occasionally you'll have to open this up and remove the hair. There's a lot of hair that gets caught up right here. Look at that, all that hair. All of this right here slows down the Roomba. If you notice that your Roomba is having to charge between, while cleaning up your floors, it's probably because it is working extra hard to just operate, and because of hair that gets caught up in it. So you remove the hair for both of these, and after you remove the hair, it should, if it's relatively new battery, it shouldn't have to recharge while cleaning your floors. So remove the hair on both ends. A lot of hair gets caught up in here on both ends, and it will slow down and prevent your Roomba from actually doing its job. So once you remove that, occasionally you have to wipe this down on the inside. I'm not going to wipe it down for video purposes, but wipe it down on the inside. Make sure the dirt gets removed, because if you don't, the dirt collects and it will cake up, and therefore making it a little bit harder for your device to clean. All right, so I'm going to slide this back in here. Sometimes it can be a little tricky, but it gets in there, and then close that. So you remove that hair, all right, and it's back to sweeping normally. Remove the hair from the wheels. A lot of wheels get caught up. Now we're going to talk about the dustbin. Now you see this part of the dustbin right here. This is where the automatic dirt disposal is. So when your unit is finished and it goes back on to the dock, it actually pulls all of the material in the bin out and into the trash bin, or not the trash bin, into the vacuum bag, which is located in the base. All right, so, and there's also some sensors back here that you need to keep clean as well. All right, keep these sensors clean. And next we're going to talk about an issue that I'm actually having that could prevent the unit from actually working properly. Now we're going to get to the dustbin, and so I'm going to go ahead and open up the dustbin. All right, I'm going to go ahead and press this and pull out the dustbin. Now everything collects in here, and occasionally things will collect in here that won't be able to get out, and so you may have to take your finger or whatnot and actually get the stuff out of the dustbin. Get it from out there. Put your finger in there and get in there. There's actually an option where you go right here. I believe it's right here. You can press this button right here and then pull it, and you can actually get in there and reach in there and pull out some of the stuff that's not getting sucked into the vacuum bag. So it's that right there. So get up there, and then up here is very important. There's a screen right here. If you have an old dry toothbrush, you could probably just try to take that old dry toothbrush and scrub the screen that is in there. It gets pretty nasty. Occasionally I'll clean it up. I'm not going to clean it up for the sake of this video. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close this. Make sure you clean up the seal as well. I usually just take a cloth and get all of that. And I'm going to close it. And this is a very important part right here. So right here is the HEPA filter. I believe it's HEPA, but it's a filter. And this actually gets clogged. And this is one of the cons with this machine, because once this becomes clogged, as you can see right here, it has to be replaced. But I have a replacement for it, but what I typically do is I clean it out. I generally tap down on this really hard and then take the dry brush and then try to get as much as out of it. Now that's a temporary solution. You have to get a new one of these filters in order for it to actually have maximum suction power. All right, now if you have a carpet, a lot of this fine debris gets caught up in the carpet, and if your Roomba is going over carpet a lot, you're going to get some of this quite often right here, which clogs it up. If it's on a regular base floor, hardwood floor or whatever, or laminate floor, whatever, you won't experience this much, and you won't have to tap this and clean this out or replace this filter. But once you tap it out or get a new one, just simply clean out here. A lot of debris gets in here. You want to just like wipe all of this out. And I'm going to wipe some of it out. It usually comes out pretty easily. Just wipe it out and then replace this once it's clean. Okay, it's not clean right now. I'm going to have to tap it out and clean that. All right. So after that, I'm just going to go back up here and I close this up and it's back to working. Put it back on the charger, base charger. It vacuums pretty well. And so it gets the floor pretty clean. And what I've noticed with this machine is inside of the app, you're able to have the option of automatically detecting which rooms get the most passes. You can do a quick one pass for most rooms. It's a quick, but I find the double pass option the best option for cleaning up a room. Okay, so you might want to check that out, experiment with that on your own household and to see what it's like. But overall, I really like this machine. It does well, goes well over carpeting, goes well over bare floor, goes back. I haven't had hardly any issues other than the normal maintenance and putting these felt pads on the edge of it. But other than that, I really enjoy this machine and I look forward to more usage out of this in helping me keep my place clean. I hope this was helpful. Thanks a lot for watching.